Yo,
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
what's up,
Hey,
Adrian?
what's
How's it
going on,
going?
Adrian?
Yo.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
Appreciate you being back.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah.
Things have gotten a lot bigger since we spoken last.
Oh yeah, man. It's just like this week has been like it's been stacked up with a whole bunch of interviews and everything, and I'm like, man, I just did Bruce Buffer's interview yesterday. Like I did
Wow,
one with Bruce Buffer, man.
that's sick.
Dude,
Does that make
honestly,
us coworkers with Bruce Buffer?
hey, look, yeah, hey, possibly, man, possibly. He's actually like a really cool guy, man. Like I got to see him after the fight a little bit on Friday. Oh no, not Friday, Saturday after the fight. Man, he is genuinely a really good guy, man. Like he's if there's one thing I'd say about him, he's a good one. He's definitely one of those guys, like good ones. Like
He seems like a good dude.
fighters. He's all about the fighters, man. It's like he was telling us about something that he's trying to do for fighters, and he has something planned for he has something planned. Well, it's already up and running, but like he wants to kind of recruit more fighters to do it. And it's 100% beneficial to the fighters, man. Then I had a talk with him. He called me after the interview, and I talked to him a little bit more. Man, he's hey man, I am super impressed with him. Like he is really he's a down to earth guy, super good, like super good human being, man.
I don't think you could do what he does and show the emotion that he shows, even just announcing a fighter's name and then the hard fist bumps. You could tell he loves it and he cares about it. So you just get that vibe from the guy.
Oh yeah, man. And after talking to him a little bit more, man, it was amazing, man. I appreciated it, and I was like almost at every turn of the corner, like on the conversation, I was like, man, I'm just so thankful, man. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hard not to be.
That's awesome, though, man. But I think that's part of what people love about you. Is like you seem like you're a super humble guy. Like you're just happy to be there, and then you're also putting on incredible performances inside the cage. Well, what's not to love?
Yeah,
The
man.
people's champ.
Oh man, that sounds really really good, man. I love that. And I love that. I won't call myself a champ just yet.
Nah, we're on the way.
Fair.
We're on the
But
way.
meanwhile, we jumped right in. I didn't even get to give you a proper introduction, but we got 14-3 on a 7-fight win streak, 3 straight finishes, 3 straight performance bonuses. Friend of the program, recurring guest, Adrian Yanez. Adrian, how are we feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Like I kind of wish that they in the knockout count and the knockout streak. I kind of wish they counted the contender series because I'd be at 4.
That's what
But
I was going to
That's a
correct.
good
I was
point.
literally just looking. I'm like, let me make sure so I don't sound dumb here, but I think it's
That's a
4.
good point. That's a good
yeah,
point.
no, man, four in a row, man. But they don't count the contenders, and I'm just like, man, I'd be leading. I'd be for sure number 2 right now. I'd for sure be the second guy, right behind Francis and Ngannou, which I wish they counted the contenders, but.
Just,
Hey, to each his own.
just have to
Yeah,
add. You'll just have to add a 4th to it.
Oh yeah.
there you go. I saw
Then
you,
it'd be
you
5
entered
in
the
a row, and
record
then I'd be
books.
tied.
What was it? I think it was the first guy under 155 to have three KOs or TKOs in his first 3 fights.
Man, I think so. Yeah, something along those lines. I had to go back and check it, but yeah, man, it's pretty cool, man. Like I'm already in the record books, and I think that's phenomenal. I love that, man, because it kind of cements me pretty early, and then all I gotta do is just do another one, and then where does that leave me at right after that? So that's uh that's what I'm looking to do, man. I'm trying to ask my name in the history books early, so people won't forget my name.
And you now have a first round finish, a second round finish, and a third round finish. So I'm saying, hey Dana, give this guy a 5-round fight. We need a fourth round finish.
Man, you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's actually pretty cool, man. First
You
round
hit the
finish.
trifecta.
Oh yeah, man. Pretty much. If I'm able to get the 5, man. All right. Hell yeah, shoot. Get
That'd be
get my
wild.
own version of the what's it called in baseball when
The
you hit all
cycle,
the
the
cycle.
Adrian cycle.
There you go.
I would love that. No EPOs, but yeah.
Yeah, we
I
got a new statistic for all the analytic stat nerds out there. The Adrian.
Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's yeah,
I
absolutely.
would love to know how many other fighters have done it.
Oh man, yeah, that and especially in their first three.
Yeah,
That
Yeah, I would
I'd
say
have to imagine you're
I
the first
think
to ever do that.
breaking news. We have a new record.
I'll do some research. I'll get back to you on that because I've piqued my own curiosity now. But so we haven't even really gotten into the fight yet. But you and Randy Costa, obviously, and let's call it an unorthodox build-up to the fight. That was absolutely, I mean, it's awesome. It's always refreshing to see something different. No animosity, all love. Kind of just like goofy, friendly, but like fun and it was fun. It was good fun.
Oh yeah, man, I absolutely loved it, man. It was refreshing to me as well, and I'm pretty sure it was refreshing to Randy as well, because man, like all you see all around the sport, like nowadays, is like people just talking shit, talking mess to each other. It's been like nothing but like really hateful stuff as of recently, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of like,
And
dude,
the
like,
Connor shit this week.
oh man, that one I thought we were past it, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden that comes up, and I'm like,
Bro, that
how
was
can I say?
horrific, man.
I was like, man, I think all of MMA and all MMA Twitter, I think they're past it, and they're like, like where me and Randy just fought, it's all love, and then even Corey Sandhagen and TJ Dillashaw, they didn't really even have animosity towards each other. They're really respectful. And I was like, man, you know what? I think we're out here, changing the game a little bit. Next, Connor pulls this, and I was like, oh, wow,
Yeah, well, he's outside the game, honestly, at this point. It's a new regime.
He's
And
outside of his
honestly,
mind
I
at this
was
point.
I was gonna ask you about that too. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight like that where you've been that like friendly throughout the whole build up, but was there any part of you that was like slightly thinking like maybe I do have to get a little mean, like a little angry to go in there in the octagon, or you weren't in there for that?
No, man, honestly, like, man, I know I said it once and I'll say it again, man. Like, I can still like you and punch you in the face. Like, I have no problem with that. And I think that's the best thing about this sport is that, like, even if you like somebody, you get to go out there and punch them. So that to me is always fun. It made the fight funner. I think the only thing that I was really angry about is just my performance in that first round. But other than that, man, everything was pretty cool, pretty fun. I didn't get a chance to hang out with Randy after the fight, which I really wanted to, because man, he seems like a really cool guy, and some guy you just pretty much would like to like be a friend with, and he seems like a really cool guy. So, uh, that would have been really really cool. But he hit me up the next day on Sunday, and I was already back in Houston. Like I had like a really early flight, like a super early flight. I was like 6 a.m. in Vegas, and I had to be at the airport at 4 a.m. and he hits me up right after I land. It's like 12 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm already back in Houston." He's like, "Oh shit,
You got the fuck out of there.
yeah." Man, I'm sorry, but
Took that
hey,
performance bonus and you bailed.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Get
took
that
off,
check, get
man.
out of Dodge.
You didn't want to go to the casino.
Yeah, no, I did. I definitely did want to. Yeah, my training partners, my corner pretty much who came with me, they bet on me, and they went to go cash out of the casinos right after, but they lost all of it being at the casinos all night. So
Yeah, that's how
That's
it
how they
goes.
get you. That's how they
yeah,
get you.
yeah. So he was like I was like, God damn it, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I should have told y'all just to come back.
It's
And
the
I was
experience. So you touched on it a little bit there, but some first round adversity early there. Randy, he was having a lot of success with the jab early, putting out a ton of output, crazy high
Oh yeah.
volume. But I think all of us kind of watching at home knew that he looked good, but it's impossible to keep that pace up for 15 minutes. And then the last 90 seconds of the round, I think, is where things, you really started to make the adjustments. Randy said you caught him with that big liver shot, then you caught him with that overhand, and from there on out, it was kind of your fight.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, I honestly I spent all this week just rewatching the fight and rewatching the fight,
Yeah, me
and
too.
like like in the commentary is like Like honestly, I probably had to shut the commentary off because man, it was like one of those that I get angry every single time, man. I get angry, man. I was like, it bothers me, but it was one of those things that they're like the head movement, like it's not like almost non-existent. He's getting ate up with the jab, but dude, man, like if you haven't seen a Randy fight, bro, it's head kick city. You don't
Yeah.
want to move your head like you don't want to move your head too much to
Right.
the right, too much
And he
to the
came
left.
out gunning with high kicks
Yeah.
too.
Like 4 in a
Dude,
row to
like yeah,
start.
he threw a jab kick, 1-2 kick, like in like kicks, and every single time like he was aiming for it. Like and look, if I slipped my head way too much and I ran into a kick, it would have been an early night for me. So it was one of those that it was just a mixture of things. And then after that, he came out jab heavy, and it was like it honestly was just like it was a mixture of a lot of things in that first round. It was a mixture of a lot of things. Like I didn't think he would come out that much boxing oriented, but like the first 30 seconds, like the high kicks that he had thrown, I was like, okay, I need to keep my head a little bit more centered. I need to start moving a little bit more. But he did a great job of cutting off the cage, and then cutting off the cage with his kicks and trying to keep me within a certain a lot of space. And he was doing a really good output, but I started chopping his legs down, uh, uh, and I started hitting with those oblique kicks and trying to mess up his rhythm on his front leg because man, like he's really heavy footed on the front, so I really wanted to take that away from him and kind of take those kicks away from him, and, like make him less. I wanted to demobilize him at the time, and towards that end of that round, like a minute and a half mark, I started pushing forward, and I knew it right after that because he was taking. There was a couple times he took a step forward, and it looked weathered on his front leg. So there was a couple things that I was doing on my end that was making it turn the tide in my favor. It's like when you whenever in boxing, you hit those body shots, you're like, it's gonna pay dividends later on in the fight.
Putting him in the
But
bank.
I was doing that with the leg kicks and the oblique kicks, really trying to mess on his front foot, like make him sit back more on his back foot and make him fight off the back foot, and that's what I was doing. And then on top of that, I started trying to hit the body a little bit more because I knew the pace would slow down. It was just a matter of when, and man, like I was really trying to aim for the body shots because I really wanted to slow him down. I knew that into that second round, I wanted to take him into the second round and go heavy to the body. I honestly thought I was gonna drop him with body shots and get the finish with body shots, but the combination that finished it, I did go to the body, but then the uppercut was the one that put him down. But honestly, that 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 first round, it was pretty eye opening for me because he sat down and was really boxing oriented. He kept that jab really annoying. That was the thing. None of them really hurt. He was just he was just popping it out there and really just kept it annoying because it was I think when you're a wrestler and you're able to take the guy down at will, it opens up your hands. And I think from what Randy knew, he knew I was really worried about his kicks and his head kicks. That he was like, okay, I could throw these jabs at will because he's not going to move his head. And props to him because he made it work really, really well, like super well. That man, it busted my nose. So, uh, much props to Randy because he made that first round really, really difficult for me.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, going to your corner there, like you said you kind of felt like you felt the tide turning and you knew it was kind of over at that point. Me and Harry are sitting next to each other. The live VODs pop up. You were plus 180 after the first round, plus 180 underdog. And then
Yeah.
came out. It was just easy. Second round, quick.
Oh yeah, I think into the second round, like once they did the live odds again, I think I was like a plus 200 or something like that. I remember,
Crazy.
and I was like, okay, I don't know what y'all are seeing right now. Like the tide turned pretty quickly, and it was a Randy night, and then all of a sudden it just the page turned, and it was like Yanez,
Right.
it's all
Like
Yanez.
that last 90 seconds was all you.
Yeah. So like man, to be quite honest, they might have scored that first round at 10-8, and I'm like kind of like they might have scored it because I haven't looked at the scorecards yet. But
I'd
they
be
might have scored.
surprised.
Yeah. But that last minute and a half was all me, and then
Yeah.
into the second, I just knew. Like I took the center pretty quickly, and I was like, no, I'm not giving this up. I'm gonna have you on the back foot the whole entire time, and it was just kind of just a matter of time because I knew that he respected my power a little bit too much because there was a couple times in that first round where I hit him and it shook him. There was like a right hand that I hit and it made his legs wobble just for a second, and then there was another one where I threw a left hook and it made him wobble a little bit. So it was I knew at certain times I knew I was gonna get that finish in the second round.
And it was a beautiful finish at that. Body, put the left arm out, straight through with the uppercut.
Oh yeah, man. I always wanted like a combination like that type of knockout, like because that one, if you would look at that and be like, man, that type of combination only happens in boxing, and then I go out there and do it in MMA. Like I think that's really cool. Like I made it look really clean and
So aesthetically pleasing.
It really is.
That one for me, I love it a little bit more. I love it a little bit more just out of all my knockouts because it's what I do in the gym, honestly. Like I go to the head and the body and I do it like religiously in the gym. So like that, just to make that come out into the fight was pretty cool on my end.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before on the show that it feels like there's not that many guys in MMA who really hunt the body. At least, like like you said, not the way that you see in boxing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And I'm trying to bring that over a little bit more. I'm trying to put up Max Holloway numbers, like how Randy did to me in the first round. But I'm trying to go out there and try to put up Max Holloway numbers. It's actually funny because I'll tell my training partners right whenever I know, like the first we start going for 30 seconds, and next I'll look at him and be like, all right, Max Holloway numbers, and after that, like I put it on him.
There you go. So I wanted to ask, what was it like in the Apex with? I know they had limited fans this time around compared to last time when it was, hear a pin drop in there empty.
Oh yeah, man. Honestly, I only had like one person cheering for me, and
That's
he was
surprising.
Like, yeah, he came out and he was right there next to it, like not next to me, but he was like coming out recording me and all that stuff, and I was like, I didn't really get to give him like a wave or anything like that because I was so focused in. But I was able to notice him and him calling my name. But like, I remember hearing whenever Randy was walking out, I hear all the people cheering for him, and I was like, wait, what?
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because you're of the common man and of MMA Twitter, and because those tickets are like $2,500 a pop. So the bougie people, they weren't about it. But you're the common man's champ.
Oh yeah, man. He was the aesthetically pleasing guy to look at. So they're like, oh, this guy's pretty handsome. Let's go. Let's cheer for this guy.
That's right.
Like, who's this other brown kid that has a weird messed up yeah. So, and then also he came out to some country. I came out to some like Houston rap, and it probably turned the tide in his favors anyway.
Yeah, you got to play to the crowd.
Oh yeah, I did not at all.
So I also wanted to ask you about one of your teammates, Jacob Silva, going just full pride rules at Fury last weekend. Did you get a chance to watch that fight?
Oh man, I was there. I was in his corner. I flew back in the corner.
Well, there you go.
Flew back and cornered for that fight. Like I literally flew back in. Like that's why I had an early flight.
That's a teammate right there.
That's right.
The event started at 2:00. We landed at 11:30. I rushed home, dropped my stuff off, and I rushed to the venue just so I can get there probably like around 1:30. And man, like, yeah, it was a busy day. I got no sleep that night. I was running on fumes and yeah, like
fumes and adrenaline.
And he goes, man, just can't catch a break, man. But he was there. Like I that guy was stalling from guard, man. Dude, like holding the gloves on the inside, and I'm like, dude, how do you stall?
The old glove gi? That ref was, I don't know what that ref was doing in that fight, but we got to get Jacob signed to Ryzen or One or somewhere where he could just go and be as violent as he wants. That absolutely ruled.
If he could throw knees in the head, I'm telling you that guy would do it. He threw a. Actually, what was
that
crazy?
Axe kick that landed like on the chin.
Silva opts to stand up. Knees in the face. Was that a legal
That
knee?
could have been a very close to a knee to ground opponent. Hit down to the ground. Good position. Nice axe kick by Jacob
To
Silva.
a downed opponent.
Yeah, and that guy has a hell of a chin for him to even be
Bro,
away.
he just ate that.
And you know what's funny? He even asked the ref if it was legal to land, and like he asked the Texas Commission ref, and he asked if it was legal to land, and supposedly I think it was legal because he said what happened was it did hit the body, but even though it connected with the face.
Hit the body
So it like
first.
glanced off the body and then into the face.
Yeah, so he's like under his
I'm
rules,
down to ride with that.
he's looking at it. It's finding it legal, but
That's right. That was legal. Free Jacob.
yeah. And then on the knee, he said that he said I think the reason why it was okay is because the guy was coming up and was shooting like it was one of those like in transition type of deals, and that's why that I guess that knee was legal. But man, honestly, you know what was really weird? You know what was really really weird is that I never have really like looked deep dived and delved into the judging of rules in MMA. But you know what I found out is that if you get a takedown, there's not really too much scoring on dominance. Like if somebody does more damage and they end up getting taken down and they get stalled out in the guard, the damage is actually worth more. And a lot of judges end up getting that wrong at the end of the day, where they consider it's like, oh well, you know, let's just say like this, like Jan, if I were to go out there and fight Randy and I land 20 like significant shots and Randy end up gets me down, doesn't pass guard, doesn't do anything, no advancements whatsoever, doesn't land a shot, and he just holds me there for the whole round, I would win that round just due to the damage. But a lot of these judges will score it the other way for Randy because they're like, oh well, he was dominant in that position, but it's not necessarily true. And
Right. Like, aren't they only supposed to score position if damage is completely equal? That's the only time they're supposed to look at position, right?
And even then, like the takedown shouldn't really even, from what we're reading, is that the damage should really even, well, the takedown shouldn't really even count unless there's an advancement in the ground and the grappling exchanges. And I was like, oh, like I had completely had that wrong, but you know, because I always fight like if I get taken down, I got to pop right back up because these judges don't, like in my head, like these judges.
Well, that's the issue. They don't
know the rules
by
either.
they don't go by the rules. It's all
Yeah.
subjective. Like some judges value some things more than other judges. It just makes no sense in some of these fights where you watch and you're like, how did they get that wrong?
Yeah,
Like-
well, shoot, like even, and then there's also the interpretation of the rules at times. I guess, because like I honestly, if I'm looking at that axe kick that Jacob threw, do I look at that as legal? No. that ref was like, oh, it's legal because of this, and I was like, oh, okay, well, if you say it is, then hey, okay, I agree with you.
Yeah. Who am I
not gonna
saying
argue.
not?
Not gonna argue with you.
Hey, if it's my guy that lands it, hey, 100%, it's legal. But if another guy lands it, I'm on him.
Yeah, I'm bringing the fucking rule book.
But yeah, I need to see Jacob in a fight where like it's just full on pride rules, soccer kicks allowed, 12-6 elbows, down knees, all of it.
Oh, he will thrive in that, man. He is one of those guys that will definitely, like, if you throw him in pride, like Jacob was born in the wrong generation, man. He definitely will. I wish he was 5'8", 155 pounds, fighting back when Pride was around, because he would have been a legend, man. That guy would have definitely been a legend. Like the ferocity that he has, and like the cardio he has, the scramble ability, and then like the ferociousness, man. If he knows he could throw a knee to the head and you shoot in on him, like he will knee you in the face the whole entire night. Oh man, I'm telling you, man. I remember one time I shot in on him. He sprawled out really good. It's not very much, but I'm able, like, I get him down. But this time he sprawled he sprawled on me, and he's like, "Ooh, I wish this was Pride." I was like, "Ugh." I was like, "Dude, we're just sparring, bro. It's not a fight."
Yeah, please do not throw knees at my
Dude,
head.
don't do it. But yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, so I have to ask, Adrian, after all the build up, after all the Dr. Pepper Reese's, did you get that bag from Dr. Pepper?
dude, man, you know what? They actually DM'd me on Instagram.
Let's
They
go.
asked
Okay.
for my address, so they're supposedly they're sending me something, man. So
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm hoping something, man. I am really hoping, man. Whatever I get is whatever I get, man. So
You deserve it.
I
You put on their
oh
best
dude.
press campaign in years.
Oh man, absolutely. I heard
Yeah, you
DC.
brought Dr. Pepper like back.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you. Actually, you know what's crazy is Juan Cardenas from UFC Espanol. He gave me like a basket of Dr. Pepper goodies, man.
I saw that was awesome.
Oh man, he caught me by surprise. I'm coming to the back, and then next thing you know, he pulls it out, and I'm like, dude, this is amazing. This is fucking awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's golden. And I guess, I mean, do you know what's next for you yet? When you're
No,
getting
not
back
right
in there?
now. Not right now. Like honestly, like I just got Xrays done yesterday. The UFC and the commission wanted to take extra precautionary measures because uh they want to make sure that my nose wasn't broken or anything like that. But even then, like whenever I went to go get it checked, like when they were there checking out, I was like, we don't believe it's broken, but we just want to make sure. So we're gonna give you 180 days. 180 days. But once you get that X-ray, it turns down to 30. So annoyed by it, super annoyed by it, but you know it kind of has to happen. But
Yeah, not for sure.
honestly, it's more of I'm just ready to get the results back and hear from the UFC doctors and tell me that I'm ready to go uh it's whenever they get the information and whenever I'm ready to go. So after that, I should know a little bit more.
Okay, very nice. And good luck on the X-rays.
Oh yeah.
You'll be good. Looks clean to me. I don't see anything on your nose.
No, man, I'm good. Like the only thing is just the swell. Like after you get punched somewhere, the little inflammation. That's it. That's all it is.
Right.
I think it would be more unnatural if it wasn't a little bit swollen.
Oh yeah.
That would be a much bigger problem.
And I know
Right.
you're way. Go ahead, Harry.
I was gonna say, but before we let you go, I definitely have to ask you. We got after we had you on the first time, we took your advice. You assured us we had to have Raufeon on, and you were very right because he's a goddamn character. What a human being.
Oh
But
yeah.
I wanted to ask you. He's got a big fight coming up. Was supposed to be this weekend, unfortunately, but Magomed pulled out. But what do you think of that one?
Man, dude, honestly, Raufeon is one of those guys who he's one of those guys that's able to put it all together very well. He's I know that he's been out there at the Rufus Sport and everything, and his striking has gotten so much better from what it used to be. It's like more well rounded, more zoned in, a lot more educated, and then on top of that, he has a really good ground game and wrestling. I remember whenever he came down, he's actually coming down. He'll be here in Houston Friday to Sunday, so hopefully I get some work in with him on Saturday.
Hell yeah.
So, man, the last time I sparred with him, man, he's like he showed his like it was good. It was really really good. Guy has phenomenal wrestling and everything. So when he comes down, I hope to pick his brain a little bit, and I know he's hoping to pick mine a little bit. So I think it'd be good. You know, he's a really good guy, like a really really good guy, and he's a really great character, man. And
He's a funny guy.
I honestly think he's gonna beat that guy, Magomed, the guy who has two first names. He has his name first.
Magomed
Magomedov.
Magomed Magomedov.
Yeah. So I think
a lot of
I think
mamas.
Yeah, I think Raufeon gets him in the decision because that guy. I'm telling you right now, Raufeon has some of the best wrestling I've seen and felt, and I've fought a lot of great wrestlers, and I've sparred a lot of great wrestlers too, and Raufeon is definitely one of those guys that has great phenomenal wrestling, and he knows how to put it together, and his pressure is second to none. Like it is great, and man, the way he mixes in his wrestling with his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal, man. It's great, and I remember when we were drilling and everything. It was one of those that we both were just like, damn, this is fun. So I'm hoping to do it again Saturday.
Hell yeah, there you go. I think weirdly like Rufus Fort was like such a perfect spot for him because I think like he significantly helped like you look at like Sergio Pettis' last fight against Juan Archuleta. I think he helped Sergio level up the grappling a lot, and then I think the Pettis boys and Duke Rufus helped him level up the hands a lot.
Oh yeah, that was actually a perfect fit for him. That was a super perfect fit for him right now. And then I think what's actually happening is I think he's moving down to Houston. So we'll be working a lot more
Yeah, I
together.
saw
I
that.
think he's
Nice.
gonna be doing I think he's gonna be doing his camps in at Rufus Sport. So I think he'll be up there for all of his camps, but out of camp he'll be working with us most of the time. So
Hell yeah.
being here in Houston. So it's on the up and ups for the both of us anyways, man. He's gonna like I
Iron
don't know
sharpens
how he
iron,
feels.
baby.
I don't know how he feels about fighting Sergio, but I think he would get that win anyways. I think he would beat Sergio personally, but I don't know like how close they are or anything like that. Just
Yeah,
like me,
they're very close. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
not want to fight Sergio,
yeah. So like
which I
I don't
can't
know
blame him for.
I think he said the only
unless
way
he
he'd
wants
do
to.
it is a title fight. I think he said it would be the only way.
And guess who got the title? So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? It might be up next.
yeah, unless he wants to go out there and try to be the gatekeeper for Sergio, man.
That was
But
he
honestly,
talked about being Sergio's bodyguard for a little
It's
bit
kind of
when the
like shake
last
and
time I
bake.
talked to him at Bellator.
It's
yeah,
like Ricky
he needs
Bobby.
he needs to be either that, but he's also a very big guy, man.
Yeah.
When he came down, man, he was like I stood next to him. I was like, dude, he's like, you're fucking big, bro. Like, you're big. He's like, I'm out of camp right now, and I'm just like, how much you walking around at? He didn't want to tell me, so I was like, all right, okay. But man, he was pretty big, and man, honestly, he has that frame where he can do 45 if he wants to, man. And I really believe he could make that happen too, because he's he's great, man. He's phenomenal. I think he'd be able to be a champ at 45 as well, especially against those top guys right there.
I'd be down to see it. Oh, all right, though, Adrian. I think you have been beyond generous with your time, as always. I think we don't need to take up any more of your Thursday night. But we appreciate you so much, man. It's been fucking awesome to watch this run, and it'll be awesome to watch whatever you do next. But we very much appreciate you, bro. And anything you want to plug before we let you go?
Man, actually, I'll probably be doing. Man, if y'all want to hop on there too, tomorrow I'll probably be doing like one of those spaces on Twitter. There's like
Oh,
where
hell
you're
Okay.
yeah.
able to walkie-talkie in and do that stuff. It'll be
Yeah.
my first time doing it, but I'm gonna try it out. I got my homie Cal from Front Kick Andy on Twitter, the guy that pretty much has done like the Yanez got handed guy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, my buddy Cal, we're gonna go on there and kind of have a conversation, kind of do like a little Q&A with a lot of the fans and all that stuff. So
Nice.
be pretty cool. Tune in and be like 3 p.m. Central, 2 to 3 p.m. Central. So I'm pretty sure y'all, if like y'all get on Twitter around that time, y'all are gonna see it. But
Beautiful.
but yeah, so yeah, y'all are more than welcome to jump in and because it's gonna be it. I'm gonna talk about everything. I don't care. I
Hell
don't
yeah,
care.
beautiful.
But follow me on Twitter at Yanez MMA. On Instagram, Adrian Yanez 93, and then also I'm probably gonna re-up on merchandise here.
Big need.
Probably here in the next couple of days. I'm thinking about getting some hoodies. People have been asking for them. I might do another set of hats at yanezmma.com. And I'm it's still up in the air. I might be working with Bruce Buffer on something. So, hey,
Ooh.
Keep
yeah,
your eyes peeled.
yeah. So, hopefully some bigger things coming out, man. Yeah. So that's all I got to plug. Oh, yeah. Big shout out to my coach, Sauce Elise. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. Big shout out to my management team, Meridian Sports Agency. They've made this so much easier. And yeah, man, it's been great. And thank y'all for the platform.
Nah, we appreciate you hopping on and talking to us. It's always a good time, and we can't wait to see the next one, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Always welcome.
Hopefully a 4th round finish.
Oh yeah,
We gotta hit the cycle. We gotta hit the cycle.
I'm gonna dig in. I'll have that information before your thing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, y'all
All
have
right,
a
we
good one.
appreciate you, Adrian.
Be good, buddy.